Welcome to Janikira Station. Our NTNA journey has brought us around the world to pick Harajuku punk runway nails. Here at Steph's Nails Closet, you'll find a version I've perfectly styled after Jan and Harajuku punk styles from across the globe. To start, let's make these removable so that they're easier to design later on. First, we'll start with full wall tips, cutting to shape and sculpting the nails out to desired length and shape. For my first nail, I want to create a unique teddy bear backpack to top my thumbnail. Using clay and pins to shape and hold the teddy bear into place, I will mold the bear and cover in sections with C&D retention white acrylic. I'm going to make each section a smooth transition to the next to avoid heavy filing and drilling later on. Now that he's coming to life, I'll move on to the face, making sure not to fill in all the details of the eyes and nose I've created in the clay, adding and pulling away acrylic as needed. Using pins to shape his ears, he's almost done. Some quick finish filing and I'm on to painting. Using a few layers of black tulle and shellac top coat, this teddy is looking good. Adhering the bear to the full weld tip with Plexi Gel Builder will allow for the bear to have a little bit of movement, and then applying white acrylic over the base of the nail to secure it in will double as a cute yin yang. The final touches to this thumb will be using Plexi Gel around the base of the nail to create blood drips, painted with wildfire shellac and a few skeleton details to the bear's torso. He turned out so good. Layering two future forms can help you achieve extreme length. Make sure to line up the lines and fold the bottom securely. Using full weld tips to make the press-ons easy to come off creates a larger step down at the free edge. Make sure to build up in layers moving out, all while continuing to build your apex. I'm now finished filing with the C&D Blizzard file and moving on to create some adjacent holes towards the bottom of the nail. This will be used for corset laces. Using indigo frock shellac, I'll avoid filling my holes in but still paint over the top of them for a full coverage look. Now to get this design going, I'm using Cream Puff and Museum Meet Cute alongside of Palm Deco and Cream Puff mix with a striping brush at an angle to mimic the idea of a plaid skirt, and of course adding my jump rings and weaving a red string to create my corset. Starting a bow accessory from scratch, I'll use C&D retention white acrylic on a future form. I'll create two diamond shapes that I'll fold over while they're still wet, and then of course create the bottom tails. When it's completely dry, I'll paint the bow with shellac Gala Girl and leopard spot it with shellac Blackpool. C&D Plexi Gel Builder is my go-to for adhering things. I'm going to use this to adhere some accessories, including the bow. Painting my next nail with Cream Puff, I'll use Wildfire to create depth on top of the nail with blood drips. While the drips are still wet, I will add ombre crystals inside the drips and cure to secure them. Adding a magnet to the top and the bottom of the nail, and in the same position on a clear full weld tip, I will add major Harajuku runway vibes, especially after all the accessories. Second to last for this side, using a striping brush and Blackpool, I will add symmetrical thin lines to create a pinstripe base of the nail. Now for a little colorful Harajuku punk inspo, I'm adding a cluster of beaded strings and a few found objects that reminded me of Japan, like a lily and dried flowers along with crystals. Jan's outfit that I found was my main inspo for this set's color theme. Last piece to this puzzle for this side, the infamous eye, infused in so many styles around the world, including Giselle's Janikira 2020 and amongst C&D's very own sets, inspired me to integrate this into my look. Ooh, it's so good! Now for the start of the wearable side. Again, using full wheel tips cut to nail bed size, I will file and shape and add the CMD future forms for little plexigel action. After the desired layer of plexigel, I'll file and shape the nails to perfection. Then I'll clean off the nails so we can get decorating. Starting with black pull mixed with clear top coat, I will create a sheer black look as the base of the lace-inspired Lolita outfit. Adding wildflower blood drips pays tribute to Japanese Harajuku punk and marries the two together. Moving on, I'll create a rainbow gold leaf leopard nail. The colors again are inspired by a famous Jan outfit. Creating a second wearable eye look, I will use cream puff and museum meet cute alongside of palm deco to manage a part eye, part schoolgirl skirt look. Almost to the finish line. The real MVP, the Janicure inspired Old English J. Using black pull, I'll create the nail centerpiece J and add a rainbow color scheme diluted with acetone to create a very Japanese floral look. Checkered flags waving wear to the end. Using plexigel, I will encapsulate a very Harajuku punk inspired look. I'll finish off the other half of the nail with painted black and white stripes. This look was inspired by a Harajuku magazine I came across during research. Layering levels of difficulty for added depth, this wearable Harajuku punk is 2D from all sides. And who knew that the mixing of Western civilization and Japanese culture in the 80s would bring about a wild style to be admired for generations? The main idea behind Harajuku is that anything goes. This is Steph Snail's Harajuku punk style.